I didn't always have these lovely realistic dolls. Let me tell you the story of how I got into dolls. Once upon a time, when I was much younger, when I was probably around 7, I saw all these commercials on TV for a doll called Reborn. The commercials were so much fun. They went, baby born, and the doll could do absolutely anything. It was basically a real baby in my mind, and I wanted one so bad. So I begged, and for Christmas, I got a baby born. Now, this isn't the baby born I got back then. This is a newer model, but I put her in an outfit I used to dress my baby born in all the time when I was little. I absolutely loved her. I named her Lily. Back then, at any toy store you can imagine, you could find accessories and clothes and anything these dolls needed. It was like having a real baby, and they could do everything. I remember I would feed my baby born every single day. She went absolutely everywhere with me. She even had a car seat so she could safely go in the car with me. And that I was just so happy. I loved her so much. And the next year for Christmas, my parents got me the newer baby born. This one could go in the bath, in the pool, and in water safely. And I loved her so much too. I had twins. That one's name was Lillian, so I had Lily and Lillian. So creative, right? But I loved them to death. But right around when I was getting into baby borns, I was also getting into reading in school. And I fell in love with the American Girl doll series. I loved it. I was reading every single American Girl book I could get my hands on. And I think at this point I have read them all. I have definitely forgotten probably most of the things except for the ones I've reread as an adult. But there was an American Girl doll I fell in love with. And surprisingly, no, it's not the one on my shirt right now. It's Kiersten. I have a video of when I got this doll back, and it's one of my favorite videos. I will try to remember to link it probably over here, but gosh, getting her back was the best thing in the whole world. This doll. Okay, so I loved Laura Ingalls when I was growing up. I absolutely loved anything to do with like the 1800s and American history, where settlers went across the United States looking for a better life. I loved that. I just thought that was so cool. And Kiersten deals with the 1850s. She moves from Sweden to Minnesota. That's a really long journey. And my name's Kiersten. So I had to have her. I begged once again. And Santa brought American Girl doll Kiersten when I think I was in 3rd or 4th grade, and I absolutely loved her. She was probably more special to me than the baby born dolls. Once I got Kiersten, like the baby born dolls, I still played with them, but I didn't play with them every day. I definitely played with Kiersten every day. She was my best buddy in the whole world. And then I became 17. So quite a few years later, I am 17 now, and I look at my dolls. I only have 3 at this point, Kiersten, Lily, and Lillian. And, you know, I wanted money. I wanted to go be a grown-up. I was about to enlist in the military. I was going to be a grown-up. And grown-ups don't need their dolls, right? So I told my dad to list them all on eBay. And I probably made $100, maybe a little more. And what did I spend that money on? I spent it on a funnel cake and other random dumb things I can't even remember now. I'm still so mad at myself. If I could go back to my 17-year-old self, I would tell her, don't. It's not worth it. Like, you are going to love and miss these dolls so much. Don't look at others' expectations of what a grown-up is to decide what a grown-up is to you. And also the funnel cake versus my childhood dolls, like, no, that funnel cake was gone in 5 minutes. So by the time I turned 20, I missed my dolls. I missed them so much. My life had settled down. I had gone through all my trainings and had finally gotten stationed in Hawaii. And life had settled down enough that I was like, I miss my dolls so much. So I went onto eBay and I bought the doll that I had wanted so much as a kid. So my parents didn't have a lot of money when I was growing up. It was really, really special and wonderful. They were able to get me the dolls I really wanted as a kid. But I definitely really wanted Nellie, the American Girl doll. I just thought she was gorgeous. And then the Samantha movie came out and I was obsessed with Nellie. Absolutely loved her and still do. Like the shirt, Samantha, I love Samantha and Nellie so much. They're the perfect best friends. Yeah, I wanted Nellie so much and I wasn't able to get her. So I went onto eBay when I'm 20 years old and I was like, I need this doll. I wanted her so much as a kid and screw it, I want her. Also around this time, the American Girl doll store had come to Hawaii and I went there and that just drove it home. I needed to get the American Girl doll I wanted so much as a kid. So I bought this doll on eBay. And when I got her, I'm so excited. But this doll came in an envelope, like literally just a big envelope. Her limbs were folded over like this. She can still do it. I was so devastated because look, she is the most floppiest doll I have ever had. Her hair was a mess. Her face was full of gunk. And I was just so sad because I didn't know how to repair dolls. And I've actually left her still loosey-goosey limbed because it's a part of her story to me, was finding this doll. But it didn't matter to me. I was able to remove the gunk off her face. Her hair is actually a lot nicer than it used to be. This part I usually pull back in a bow. I forgot to put it in a bow before I started filming. Anyways, I loved her. She sat on my bed in the barracks and I would talk to her every night and tell her what was going on in my life. And it was like having my childhood dolls back. It was really special and wonderful. And from there, I got an Instagram and I started collecting more and more American Girl dolls. 2 years later, I'm 22 and I still have the doll Instagram. But I'm sad. I'm missing something in my life. I actually was going through a lot. I was married to someone else, not Ethan at this point, and it wasn't good. I wasn't being treated right, and there's a whole lot of stuff I could go into, but I'm not. I will just say I was sad. And I went to Toys R Us because I loved walking through Toys R Us when it was still around on days where I was sad. And I noticed a baby Annabelle doll. Now, this is the newer version of baby Annabelle, but she's what I grabbed. Anyway, so I saw this baby Annabelle doll, and I remembered wanting one so much. Baby Annabelle and Baby Born are made by the same company, but baby Annabelle can make noise. She can... the difference was she could make noise. But I loved her. I wanted her so much, but my parents didn't have a lot of money. So when I saw her at Toys R Us as a 22-year-old adult, I got her. I bought her and I went to, I think, Walmart or Carter's or something, and I bought her a few outfits, a few blankets, and then I had found this stroller on the side of the road. So I picked it up. And I put her in her new outfit. I put her in the stroller and I turned her on so she was making noise. And me and her played for a whole week. We were having this great adventure and it was so much fun and so good for my soul to play, to be a kid again. And I felt better. I really did. A few weeks later, I went back to the store. I went back to Toys R Us. And I found a Baby Born doll. Let me grab her. I found a Baby Born doll. And you know what I did? I turned on my camera and I filmed me opening her. And that's my very first YouTube video. And gosh, I am so thankful that I did that. I was just talking about how I have an ex-husband, right? And, you know, things are going really bad, but, you know, I got the Lovabella doll a few weeks after the baby born doll. And that Lovabella doll changed my life. Not to get too, I don't know. It's my life story. I can tell what I want. As you guys may or may not know, content creators do make money on YouTube. I don't make as much as I did when I'm about to tell you guys, but the Lovabella doll that has 1.7 or something million views, that made me a lot of money. And my ex-husband at the time was like, we are not getting a divorce. I'm not leaving. I'm not going to let you leave this toxic situation unless you give me a lot of money, 4 figures of money, 4 numbers of money. And that Lovabella video gave me that amount of money. So I was able to leave a really toxic situation. I was able to finally be free because of that Lovabella video. So I am always going to be so incredibly grateful to all of you on this YouTube channel. You will not know. And also that Lovabella doll, because I was not in a good place. I was not in a safe place. And because of that, my whole world has opened up. My whole world is so much better. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for being here and watching that video and just supporting me. Y'all have given me freedom. And I can never repay you guys for that. So now that I'm on YouTube with my baby born dolls, baby alive dolls, Lovabella dolls, all of them, I start seeing content for reborn dolls. And I bought one. So my Instagram was hacked last year and I no longer have thousands of pictures from that time in my life, from like 2015 till 2023. I don't have those pictures at all anymore, unfortunately. So I don't have pictures anymore. My first reborn, I didn't put her on the channel. I only took a few pictures of her on my old Instagram. So I don't have pictures of her anymore. But she was beautiful, and I only bought her because I just typed in reborn baby dolls on eBay and I found one that was in my budget, lower than my budget actually. So I bought her, and then she came in the mail and I didn't love her. She was grumpy, her eyes were purple. We just did not get a bond. She was not the doll for me. So I ended up selling her, and by this point, Ethan has come into my life, so it's a little while later. And me and Ethan are dating, and we're at this big mall in Hawaii at the food court, and I just randomly look over at him and would be like, would you be weirded out if I bought a reborn doll? And he was like, no, go for it. I know you want one. I know the last one you had didn't work out. What are you thinking for a reborn doll? And I described to him what I wanted, and then I just went back on eBay, typed in reborn baby doll, smiling, and look what I found. Paisley. This is what I actually consider my first reborn doll. She is one of my most prized possessions. She is so special to me. She's my little buddy. And we went everywhere together. If you look through my old videos, like, she is always there. She was my buddy. I mean, she's my intro video. She is the reborn baby for me. Yeah, this is Paisley. She's everybody in my family. They may not know all the names of all the dolls, but they know Paisley because she has this perfect smile, this perfect face, and we're just bonded. I love her. And my father-in-law came for Christmas last year, and he was sad one night, and he was like, can I see Paisley? And I brought him Paisley, and he held her and smiled at her, and he was so happy. And just Paisley gives so many people these heartwarming memories, and she's just so special to me. From there, I started collecting reborn dolls, and actually there is more to the story what happened. So I wanted a Saskia, which is by Bonnie Brown. It's a kit of reborn dolls, and so I bought one. But the one that came, her skin was really rough, and I just I couldn't bond because whenever I touched her, it was a sensory issue. I didn't like the feel of her. She felt sandpapery to me. So I went on my Instagram and was like, hey, I'm gonna sell this doll or trade for this doll. And someone messaged me and was like, hey, I want to do a trade. This was my first time doing a trade. I did not know what I was doing. So I told the person, sure, yeah, sounds great. And she was like, I am a new artist, but I'll just paint you a new Saskia. And I was like, okay, that sounds cool. I wanted to be nice. I don't know. I didn't even tell her what I wanted. I was basically just like, yeah, here we go. Yeah, whatever you want, that's fine. So I immediately boxed up the doll that I was going to send to her, put a lot of goodies in the box, and sent it on its way. And she promised me she was going to start working on the doll. I think actually I had gotten sick the next day after we had agreed to do a trade. So I wasn't able to actually send the doll out right away. It took me a couple days. And the whole time she was angry with me and was like, why haven't you sent the doll yet? Why haven't you sent the doll yet? Big red flag. But I got the doll sent out to her. And then I think 2 weeks later, I went on this big trip. This big, exciting 3-week trip with my parents, my great-grandparents, and Ethan. And that's actually the trip where Ethan proposed to me. It was really special. We went to Florida and we did so many fun things. It was really magical. One part of it that wasn't magical though was the girl that I had traded with. Every day I'm getting a message from her being like, where's my doll? Where's my doll? And before I had left for Florida, I had sent the doll off and I had sent tracking. But she lived in a different country from me, and at the time I was living in Hawaii. So not only does the doll have a long way to travel to a different country, it has extra long because it's traveling from Hawaii to this other country. And the doll had been stopped in customs in like Chicago, and the tracking had stopped for probably a week or two while she was stuck in customs. It happens. I've had quite a few dolls and other things get stuck in customs. It sucks, but that's how it is. Anyway, so this girl is freaking out, absolutely freaking out. And every day I am calling the post office. I am emailing the post office being like, what's going on? And, they just kept telling me it's in customs. That's all they can do. That's all they can do. And this girl's freaking out, and it's almost to the point where she's like, why don't you just deliver it to me? Like, I could do that. Definitely could not. Definitely had no way of getting to her country. And when I get back to Hawaii after that 3-week trip, there's still all this drama with this doll. And I just asked the girl, you're freaking out over your doll being stuck in customs. Where's my doll? I haven't gotten an update. I haven't seen you making it. I haven't heard about shipping. And she was like, here's a tracking number, fake tracking number. And she kept claiming she was going to ship it and she just didn't have money and all this stuff. And then finally her doll arrives. I think it arrived on my birthday. And she's so happy, so excited. And then maybe a week later, I'm like, so where's my doll? And she was like, well, and she kept doing this. She just kept trying to brush it off. Ethan was about to deploy to somewhere service members deploy to. And it was scary. I was really anxious about him going over there. And then this girl, I finally tell my story on YouTube, but you can go look it up. I give way more details than I am now because it's been years and I'm forgetful. But after I made the video, she goes onto Instagram and she's telling everybody, I was going to bring the doll to her fiance's house and just drop it off. And I'm like, that's creepy for one thing. Why would you just show up at his house? You don't even know where he lives. Also, he's deployed, so no one's there. Finally, enough people kind of ragged on her and told her just send the doll, that she sent the doll. She sent it in pieces. It wasn't put together. The paint was rubbing off if you so much as touched the doll. So that's when I met Chelsea from Pumpkin Sparkles Babies. Chelsea messaged me and was like, this whole situation sucks so much. And me and her started talking about everything, about life, mostly about life, but about dolls. And she made me another Saskia, and it was beautiful and perfect. And then she made me a lot of other dolls. I have loved getting to know Chelsea so much. I got to visit her last year, like right now last year, and it was amazing. It was so much fun. I had an absolute blast at her house with their kids. She taught me how to paint. We ate so much good food. It was a real blast. And I consider her one of my best friends. She is absolutely amazing and so much fun, and I'm so grateful for her. And that's actually where most of my dolls come from, as you guys know, is Chelsea. Sometimes we'll just be talking, I'll be like, I want this doll, or I have a dream for a doll that would look like this, and she's like, on it, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go find the money. But it's been an absolute joy. I'm actually sad I haven't gotten a Chelsea baby in a while. I will probably fix that sometime this year. I'm trying to like slow down on the amount of dolls I have, because I have a lot. I have like, counting all my mini dolls and random dolls, it's like not American Girl dolls. I'm not counting American Girl dolls because I have loads of those. But like baby dolls, I think I have 42. And I'm trying to sell 3 of them. They're on eBay. I'll try to remember to put my link down for my eBay, but I am selling dolls. And yeah, it's been an amazing journey. And since then, I've added silicone dolls to my collection. 2022, I call that the year of the silicone doll because I got like 5 silicone dolls at once. And wow, I love silicone, but they're just really expensive. And now it's 2024 and I have 2 really special dolls. I have Paisley and I have Remy. Both I'm really, really bonded to and love so much. But I also love all my other dolls. It's just these 2 I have a really unique bond with. Like, I don't know. I can't describe it. They're just really special to me. They're the 2 that are never, ever gonna leave. And the other dolls, I love them so much too. They're a lot of fun. It's weird. I have favorites. You're not supposed to have favorite children, but I have favorite dolls. So I think that's the thing about reborn collectors or doll collectors in general. We definitely have favorites. But it's been such an amazing journey, and I'm so grateful. I've been able to share it with you guys and get to hang out with you guys here. And I know that I had to take a long hiatus from YouTube. I know. But I am back, and I'm hoping to keep making content. I love you guys, and I'm so thankful how much grace and love and freedom and joy you guys have given me. You guys are the real MVPs, so thank you so, so much. From the bottom of my heart, from Remy's heart, and from Paisley's heart. We love you guys so, so much. Now make sure to tell me your doll journey in the comments down below, okay? I love hearing from you guys so much, especially your life journeys. Y'all are absolutely incredible. Make sure to stay safe out there and know that I love you, others love you, and you totally matter. Bye, guys.